Hi everyone, I'm Gary Emerson. I'm the Schuyler County historian, and we're just taking a little wander around Montour Falls today in downtown Montour Falls. We're on Main Street right now. Behind me is the post office, and when I walk through Montour Falls, I often like to see the things that used to be here, being a historian and all. And right where the post office is where the Chemung Canal once came through Montour Falls and ran right across the street here. There was a double bowstring bridge that carried traffic across the canal right here. And Montour Falls was really a big canal town back in its day, from 1833 to 1878. There were lots of businesses here. There were boat building businesses to build canal boats. There were sawmills, grist mills, tanneries. There was pottery works. There were 2 newspapers, a bank. I mean, this was a very busy canal town back in the day. And then over here is the Montour House behind us here. The Montour House was built by Charles Cook, completed in 1854. And Charles Cook was a pretty prominent politician. He had lots of connections with many other politicians in town and around the state. I mean, he had connections with governors of the state. He knew William Seward. He was a friend of his. He knew Thurlow Weed, was a big politician of Albany. And Horace Greeley once came and stayed here at the Montour House. In fact, in 1851, the President of the United States and the Secretary of State came here. Millard Fillmore, and the Secretary of State was Daniel Webster, the famous Daniel Webster. We're riding up and down the street in their carriage here. They came to investigate the completion of the Erie Railroad, and also the Chemung Railroad was hooked up to that. And so they came into town to see that and met with Charles Cook. Okay, we're going to walk down the street here now. Go see the library. It's also built by Charles Cook. We'll talk about that when we get there. The Montour House was once a tavern, a hotel, and a bank. Okay, so here we are at the Montour Falls Library. The library was built around 1863-64 by Charles Cook. It was to be the Bank of Havana. The bank was in the Montour House, but he wanted a separate building to house the bank. So around 1863, 1864, they completed this building to be the bank. And today it's a library. It was eventually donated by a man named Jesse Woodhull, who made a lot of money in the lumber business. And he bought the building when it was for sale and donated it to the village to become a library. These beautiful Tiffany windows were added later, which became a library. They were not original to the building. Next door to the library is, let's say, the Montour Falls Village Hall. This was originally built by Charles Cook as well, to be the county seat. Cook wanted Montour Falls to be the county seat, so he built this building and some other buildings here to serve that purpose. Eventually he lost the county seat to Watkins Glen, but that was after he died. Around 1867, Watkins Glen became the permanent county seat of the county, and this building remains. In fact, after Watkins got the county seat, there was talk about taking this building down brick by brick and moving it, but they decided to keep it. Eventually became a performing center. It was called Langley Hall, and they put on plays in here and musical performances and things like that. But today it's the Village Hall. Small brick building right here was to be the clerk's office for the county. Eventually became a lawyer's office, and right now it's privately owned, but I don't believe it's being used right now. But this is Carter Cook's plan for Havana, which was the old name for Montour Falls, of being the county seat. This home was built by William T. Jackson, who was a congressman, a judge, a lawyer, and a businessman. And it was built around 1847. And it's a pretty stately building that sits at the end of the street right next to the falls. We can end our walk here at the end of the street at the falls. I mean, how many villages have a beautiful waterfall at the end of Main Street? This is really pretty amazing. The Falls Creek once ran in this direction, it ran south. But about the time the Chemung Canal was completed, they changed the direction of the creek to send it north towards Watkins. In fact, the Episcopal Church just down the street sits right on the bed of the old creek from the fall. It's said that the Indian leader, Seneca leader, Red Jacket, used to practice his speaking skills against the falls here, so he learned to project his voice. There used to be a Civil War cannon here in the park. Eventually that was donated during World War II to the scrap metal drive. And at one point, a gentleman named Halsey Ives wanted to donate a statue to the village to honor the Civil War veterans. But ironically, perhaps unknown to Halsey Ives, the sculptor who was going to create the statue for him was going to put a bust of a Confederate war hero at the top of a statue that was going to honor Union War veterans. The statue never got donated because Halsey Ives suddenly died, and his widow didn't have the money to ship the statue to New York State, so it never arrived here. But we have a photograph in the Montour Falls Library of that statue. Across the street is a house that belonged to Baxter Schmelzer, who was a doctor in town, and he and Halsey Ives were very much involved in changing the name of Havana to Montour Falls in 1895. Schmelzer was elected to the state senate, and he was a key instrument in getting the name changed in 1895 to Montour Falls. Originally the name was going to be Montour, but there was a Montour in Iowa. There's Montoursville in Pennsylvania. The railroad company wanted it to change to Montour Falls instead, so they did that. And then they got it passed, and the people in Montour Falls didn't like the name. They wanted it to be Montour, not Montour Falls. But the name is stuck. Ever since then, we've been Montour Falls here in the village. So, that's our wander around Montour Falls. I hope you enjoy it. Sometimes I lead walks on the Catherine Valley Trail through the Montour Falls Library. You can check their website to see when those are available. And we can take a walk through history on the Catherine Valley Trail and learn more about some of our local history. Thank you.